And back on my machine, the 215 Wake, that was overheating there, and the hose was empty, but it runs perfectly. You can drive it all day long, no problem, unless you run it wide open. You run it wide open, after a while, it gets hot and sets off the over temp alarm. So I am going to change the thermostat to a kit I bought that opens at a lower temperature. I'm thinking in these hot temperatures, when you're running that wide open under the supercharger, I think it just gets too hot. The cutoff temperature was like 210 or something when I checked the thermostat. So got a nice little kit here. Little housing, all metal. So we got to get the, let's just see if the thermostat's in here. And it is. Ooh, that's huge. Hope that's the right one. Anyway, let's dig in. I got to drain the coolant first and then take off a bunch of hoses. So let's do it. I want to go back to the lake. Coolant's brand new, so I'm going to try and save as much as I can. Too hard. Good, I got a ton all over me, which is good. Oh. And that's that. And cover coming off. Coolant bottle. Gone. Okay, let's see what's coming out next. I had to take off, because I got to get at that housing down there. So I'm going to take this off, the supercharger. That might be enough. That's gone. So and that one. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of them in our way here. Three hoses. And then we got those two. There's the thermostat right there. Two more. All right. Pipes are off. Let's get this housing out of here. Yep, another shorty. I see one there. Another shorty. And then I think everything goes invisible after that. Let me get my super mirror. I feel one over there. Let me get the mirror. Mirror is handy to have. Yeah, I see one more there. Got to be one on the bottom somewhere. Yeah, feel one down there. All right, I'm just going to keep pulling bolts. There she is. We'll count the number of bolts so we can get the right number back in. Okay. Yeah, everything looks good. All right, that's done. We're on the bench. I have no instructions. That's not good. I have one O-ring. Does that go with the thermostat? I don't know. This looks like it's the removal tool to get that black add-on out of there. Don't want to break the housing. So it seems the idea is this tool comes down and cuts those little nibs off. Hey. Then maybe you can get the thermostat out. Don't really want to break the housing, to tell you the truth. They make it sound like it's super easy. Guess I'll keep working it. Yeah, that's it. This thing sucks. What's that say? 173 something. This one says, oh. This one says nothing. That goes in. That goes in. That goes in there. Don't know if that's straight. And then this goes on the outside to hold it all together. All right, just to be sure, yeah, we got everything. Now we got to tap that ring on there. That's going to be a toughie, and I don't want to break it. What do we put on there? Lubricant. Put a little bit of Molly coat on there for fun. Yeah, so now what? A little more aggressive. Go with that. It's on there. I don't like that there's a gap. Oh, but it must be seated all the way down on the plastic. I think that's touching the plastic, so that's as far down as she goes. It's got 2 screws in the bottom in no man's land. Yeah, I'll start with that. Torque wrench, 9 going in. Get on there. And now orders of operation, putting this all back together so you can get at the clamps. I feel like this one should have been the other way. Now I think that's a big down there. No. Can't do that the other way. Okay. That's a little more. Now what happens with this simple clamp? That's one. And this one, nice. Everything's falling in my way. Another one here. And then we got this one. That's on, that's on. Whew. Now we got some coolant to go in. All right, I'm going to pour some coolant in, and then I'm going to open up that plug on the back. To bleed out some air. Guess the system is quite full. We didn't drain it right down, so. And chug-a-lug. Want all this and a little bit more. And that's exactly what it's looking for. I'm going to get her up to the max cold. Yep, looks like we got her all back in, all the coolant that came out. Perfect. And what else? I think that's all of it, boys. Guess we should just fire her up and see any leaks. Nothing spewing out. We got to get her heated up and up to temp and see what happens. And then what? I got to run it wide open for 20 minutes to see if it overheats. Here we go. That's crazy. works good. Well, there you have it. That's how not to fix your Seadoo, because it didn't fix it. So it's actually just slowly going through coolant, and it's not boiling it over. So that means I got to pull the head off and put a new head gasket on it. I'm not doing that this summer, because we only got a few weeks left. I'll tear that all down in September, October, whatever, when everything's all put away and done. Meantime, we'll just enjoy it, just keep filling up the coolant. Kind of a bummer, but really not that hard of a job to do. So anyway, at least you know how to put a thermostat in if you ever had to change your thermostat. But and I guess that's about it for this one. Lost my microphone, fell off my life jacket, so the whole test cruise and everything was just a disaster. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the next one, so we'll see you shortly.